Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And begun the AI wars have. No, actually, they've been going on for a couple of years now. We have insane examples almost weekly of anti-AI artists and witch hunters going after anybody they think is using AI and trying to out them. And we've actually covered a couple examples where they went after the wrong people. They were going after people they thought that were producing AI art, and they were not producing AI art. And now we've reached a whole new level of insanity that they're going back in time now, right? Because apparently AI, like the Terminator, can use time travel. Now ChatGPT can go back in time and make AI art in 2015.
Yes. And I was clearly AI.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I get some people don't like AI, but this is insane. The people that are spending all their time trying to out AI artists and a lot of times falling flat in their face, all that time could be spent honing your own craft. And a lot of these people, you look at their own. What's that?
Well, these people need to hone their own craft.
Yes, because that's the thing. 9 times out of 10, you look at the artwork of the people who are trying to catch companies and individuals doing AI art, and they suck ass. And it's like, look, this is why you're going to look. They know they're going to be replaced first. The people who suck ass are going to be the ones who are replaced first. And that's just the way it's going to work. If you are talented, AI is actually, I believe, going to be an enhancement for a lot of people. But you got to have the underlying understanding of how everything works and composition, all that stuff.
You have to know the rules before you can break the rules. That's what you tell us in art all the time.
Yes, and that's what's going on. And we'll talk about this because it's not just this one example. It's I've seen this before. It happened in comics when everybody started transitioning from analog and transitioning into digital and inking digitally and coloring digitally. I remember everybody being like, it's not real art. It was done on the computer, and you cheated because you've got unlimited undos available.
Well, they did too. It was called whiteout.
It's called whiteout. It's like, look, all that matters at the end of the day to the consumer, and you don't have to like it. I'm just saying all that matters at the end of the day to the consumer is, do they like what they see or not? That's what matters. People having a fit are the people that are afraid they're going to be replaced. And again, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them aren't that great, and they know they're going to easily be replaced. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
So just to recap, because people are going to be like, you just love the AI slop. It's like, no, I'm a realist. I know as an artist, it's here. It's not going away. You're either going to adapt or you're going to be obliterated. I mean, that's just the truth. I'm an old dog. I've seen this happen in the spaces I've worked in time and time and time again. I worked for a newspaper, and then that was dying. Then I wound up going into websites and the blogs, and that started dying. Working in comics, doing analog art first, and then it wasn't efficient. It was easier to do everything digitally, and everything started transitioning. And everybody who was a traditional inker or colorist, I remember them saying basically the same things that these people are saying now. It's not real. It's I've honed my craft. It's not fair. Somebody else can come in and ink a page in 2 hours when it takes me 12 hours. And to the consumer, they don't care. Does it look good? That's the truth.
That's all. Yeah, I know. And I mean, you're more pro AI than I am, and I'm even like, this is ridiculous. These ridiculous.
I am for the ethical use of AI in art creation, as long as you're not scraping other people's stuff, as long as it's an additive tool. But the thing is it's been added to all of the digital tool boxes already. Like it's just going to be. It's going to be normalized within the next year or two. It's going to be expected that if you're going to work as a creative, that you're going to have some knowledge of AI tools to speed up production, because that's just the way it's going to be. And holding your breath and turning blue, all you're doing is letting other people who do adopt those tools get ahead of you. And maybe that's just Darwinism. I don't know what to tell you. You can't stop it. It's here.
It's not going away because
No.
studios, Hollywood, all the big companies are embracing it. It's I'm going to be honest, it's really shitty because it's putting a lot of people out of work, and it's I think hurting people in a way because they're trusting AI and relying on it instead of checking it with their own human eyes. But they're not going to back down from it because they're saving money, record profits.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And if you want to stay in the game, and I'm telling you, as somebody who's been through it and I've seen these shifts in creative industries more times than I can count, right? If you want to stay in the game, you're going to have to learn to work with the tools that these companies are working with. And they're not going to say no, because again, it comes down to profit. You're producing commercial art. If you're producing commercial art, that means the art has to have monetary value. And the more money they make off the art, the more likelihood there is that you're going to have a job, right? I don't think human artists are going to be cut out of it completely because AI is dumb. As I've learned, it's not that smart. You need somebody to tell it what to do. But as a tool to speed up production, in the right hands, it will become invaluable and it will become expected.
Right.
So
anyway, people are pissed about it. Now they're trying to go back and they're trying to look at art. They're trying to look at art from like years before AI, because it's only been recently that AI has even gotten to this level.
Available to the public, like 3 years.
Well, that just too, but it's gotten to this level because we've joked like from a couple of years ago, you compare what they could do then to what they can do now, and it's significantly improved.
Yes.
But it was crappy then. So they're going back 10 years ago and then claiming things were AI when there was no way in hell it was AI 10 years ago.
No, I'm not sure which source book this is, but this is clearly a digital painting, but they're trying to, God, this is insane. This comes from Harmony Ginger, by the way. Did a live stream with her on Jack's channel. So hello, if you're watching this video. This is ridiculous because this source book came out in 2015, and that was, 7 years before AI tools were available to the public. So no, clearly they did not. Now, people back in 2015 or before were complaining. I remember they were complaining about all the digital art in D&D because everything was being done with Photoshop and stuff, and not like traditionally painted, like Larry Elmore would actually do an acrylic or an oil painting. Mm-hmm. And then they would, do the pre-production for that. And that was a whole thing too. So it was a lot harder to get art into books back in the day. But everything looks very digital now, and they've been busted. Like, look, Watsy's been busted a couple times using AI art, but they know to produce the amount of art that they need to produce, that they're going to have to turn the cheat codes on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, how many magic cards a month? They don't want to pay
everybody. Yeah,
they don't want to pay everybody. But how many magic cards are they cranking out every month? You think they're going to go hire somebody and pay them, a couple $1,000s an image to crank all that shit out? No. They could be like, no, we'll pay one person a couple $1,000s, come in and tweak all this stuff that Stuart
slop and make it look good. Yeah.
Make our slop look good. This is great here. Is this AI? They said, yeah, facial proportions are off. Path that leads nowhere. Probably Chat GPT. Yeah. It's, oh God, player's hand job. That's a totally different system. Let's see what the retweets are on this though, because this is just like, I can't believe this is where we're at. And we've seen other examples of, individual fan artists being attacked too. We've actually done videos on that where people are like, oh, because this line doesn't connect here where it should, and this finger doesn't look right. So clearly,
I got my magnifying glass out and looked at every line, and it's like, well, in the time you spent,
yes,
that's why using an AI to find the AI.
Right, and they have like AI art detectors or AI writing detectors, and they're using AI to detect other AI. And if your thesis is the AI is faulty and not as good as human, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going to get harder and harder to tell anyway, because the tools are getting pretty damn incredible. But it's, again, mostly we have people that don't have a lot going on in their own lives. So they feel it's just like YouTube, they don't have much going on in their own lives. They're mad that people are more successful than them. So they go out to their tweet history. 7 years ago, you said a thing on Twitter I didn't like. Therefore, you should be banned from YouTube.
Yep.
You should be banned from conventions. You should be banned from Kickstarter. And it's like, bitch, it doesn't work that way. It might have worked that way 6 or 8 years ago, but it doesn't work that way now. All that's going to happen is you're going to look like some angry wannabe that never made it, and you're like, well, I'm not going to use digital tools. I'm going to go get some wood blocks and I'm going to carve me some real art. Yeah, this is going to be every facet of life now, is that people are going to scrutinize everything. Yeah, here we go. OG TSR booger art is now proof of life. Yeah, pretty much. People were like, the old D&D art wasn't great. But now it's almost like I feel like now your stuff has to suck so you can prove that it's not AI.
I know, it's ridiculous. Well, maybe that's what their goal is, because a lot of them suck.
No, that's
maybe
what I think it is.
See, I'm legit because you can tell mine was drawn by a person.
It's like, I'm sorry. Sometimes Betty Crocker cookies are good enough for the school party. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, God. So this person says, this is John Pretorius says, AI art generated photos and writing has ushered in a world where we can't trust anything anymore. That actually is true. Mm-hmm. But it spending all your time trying to get other artists is a real problem. Art purists will lose to AI just by conceding the act of feeling genuine emotion to the uncultured swine. Starving to death is a protest against being treated as a slopped hog. Oh my God. If AI art broke your ability to enjoy art, you never really enjoyed it to begin with. To you, it was only ever just a clicky little snobby hobby you barely dabbled in rather than appreciation of human effort and skill. Modern art made a mockery of the craft well before the bots got involved. That's actually true. Modern art has been commercialized long before AI got involved. We're just speeding the process up. And again, most of these people were never going to be good enough to do it. And that makes me sound like a dick. I just think it's funny.
It's just like, here's a picture from years ago. It's AI.
ChatGPT can time travel to 2015, and all the art and all the D&D books back in 2012, they were all ChatGPT too. Oh my God. Oh, then it went back to the 1970s and deliberately did shitty art just to fool you into thinking it was real art.
That's right.
Because it can time travel. Like
Impressionism was just the computer glitching out.
It was just static. Oh my God. All right. So there we go, guys. This is gonna be an ongoing thing. I think at this point, like, use AI, don't use AI. If you feel strongly about it and you feel like you gotta just well, here's the thing. You can't even prove. And I was gonna talk about this before, but I forgot to pull it up. You can't even prove now if you do a speed drawing that you actually did the drawing, because now with AI video, you can literally just snap a picture of yourself drawing something on a tablet and it can generate the speed draw video.
That's insane.
It is insane. So, I mean, you're right. I mean, I guess at this point, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to judge the end result and not the process necessarily, because it's going to get so hard to tell. It's going to be like Ghost in the Shell, where everybody's at least a little bit cyborg. And that's just the way
weird to me that it can even generate your proof that you did it. And
basically just works backwards.
Videos saying, here's an image, generate me this AI image, that'll make it look like I drew it. And people could do whole
they're doing it.
Nuts.
They're doing it now. They've got like AI. They're putting up AI in their art, and they're like, oh, here's my speed draw of it. And it turned out it was just like VO or something that was like, oh, because you can give it like the beginning. Like, here's a blank piece of paper. I sketched out the face, and here's the end, and say, just fill all this in.
That's insane.
How do I get to this point? And then what's going to happen are these people are going to spend 3 damn days analyzing every frame of everybody's speed draw to try to catch somebody who's maybe possibly using it. And nobody cares.
And they're going to put it out there, and like 5 people care. And
nobody cares.
Roasting them.
You and a handful of people on Discord who have no skin in the game whatsoever. You're just mad that you're not going to break in now because your actual like hand-drawn art sucks. You're the people who care. The studios, I guarantee you, all the major studios, all the art, every company using graphic design, art, whatever, right now, they are using AI. They're just not telling you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The cereal boxes and stuff you're buying probably have it was designed by an AI. You just don't know it. You
Do you have to
know,
disclaim that? Like, oh my God, guys, this background, this bokeh background we did, that was using AI tools in Photoshop, just so you know exactly what tools we use to make everything, because it's not real art. Nobody's going to buy my damn cereal because we used an AI background.
most people aren't going to care.
Nobody fucking cares. That's just it. You care because you're afraid you're not going to break in.
And I just think it's crap that it's replacing people. Like, I mean, I'd rather see someone design boxes than AI. But, you know, at the end of the day, people buying the cereal on the shelf, they're not going to know. Common people aren't going to know. They're not going to care.
I hate to be that guy, and this is coming from years of disillusionment, but your fine art, your comics, your paintings, your digital art on DeviantArt, it means about as much to the consumer as a box of cereal, as a t-shirt. That's all it is to them. I'm sorry. I mean, you can put everything into it that you want to, and to somebody who appreciates those things, it means a lot, because they can look at it and say, hey, I understand everything that was going into this. I understand what you're going for. I can appreciate this. But to the average consumer, they're going to take one look at it and be like, yes or no. Buy it, don't buy it.
What sucks is it devalues everybody because, you know,
yeah,
it's going to look as easy disposable. So it's going to devalue people who put like 30 hours into something and would charge accordingly. You know, they're going to, well, you're ripping me off. It's going to, and we see this all the time, like in art and stuff. People don't want to pay for the work. They think it looks cheap. It looks like something they could buy at Walmart. And Walmart, I could argue Walmart and China did the same things to merchandise. And it's like, it devalues it. And they already having trouble people not getting paid enough. And now they're going to be like, well, we don't need you. So it's going to devalue everything anyway.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, I guess my thing, and again, this is coming, people are like, yeah, you don't understand art. I'm like, bitch, I've been a professional artist for
I have
most
a degree.
of my career. She has a degree. And we're telling you, the general public doesn't care. And the reason these artists are getting so mad is you're not special anymore. And I'm sorry. I know you love being that, because I love being that guy when I was a kid. You're the bestest drawer in your class. Everybody loves being that guy or girl. You love being that guy or girl. You're special because you can draw better than anybody else here. Now the machine can. How you think?
We're not saying it's right.
I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah,
I'm saying it is what it is.
People take us stating the obvious and saying, hey, it is what it is. As we use it, you're saying, we're not saying it's right or wrong. We're just saying this is what it is.
To quote the Terminator, come with me if you want to live, right? That's basically it. You're going to have to fucking figure this out. Holding your breath isn't going to do you any good. You're not
spending all your time looking to catch and get a gotcha of these people instead of working on your own stuff. Not going to help you either. Yeah,
it's not going to help you. So as somebody who's been, again, changing careers for your whatever, you're going to have to adapt or just get out of the way and stop bitching about it. Yeah, adapt or die. That is it, is Darwinism. So you have to figure that out. I'm just telling you, screaming about it's changing nothing. If anything, these companies are going to look at you doing this shit and be like, well, they're going to complain anyway. Let's just speed it up. Let's just speed up the process. We're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Attention, stupid humans. All orcs are evil, just like Gary Gygax and Professor Tolkien warned you. Series 1 of these orc enamel pins are on Kickstarter again for a very limited time. Pick your clan, join the Horde, and cause some mayhem. Go to badorcs.com. That's badorcs.com.